Hi everybody, I'm back again with a review of The Reader. This book is by Bernhard Schlink. He's a German writer, and this book was fantastic. Basically, it's the story of Michael Berg, who is violently ill on his way home from school. And he is basically rescued by Hannah Schmitz, who takes him in and washes him and, his face and gives him some water and escorts him back home. When he gets home, he is deathly ill and finds out that he is sick with I think it's with hepatitis or something like that. And he then is away from school for about 4 or 5 months because he's ill with this case of hepatitis. Once he gets better, the first thing he does is buy a bouquet of flowers to go back to Hannah Schmidt's house to thank her for her kindness. And what he finds is a very attractive, intriguing, mysterious woman. Hannah Schmitz is maybe twice his age, so she's maybe about 33, something like that, 34 years old. And he becomes very attached to her, and he and Anna carry on a relationship, a physical relationship together. I'm just going to stop there. I'm not going to give you any more details than that because otherwise you won't want to read it. So yeah, this book gave me so much of everything. I went through feeling ashamed, angry, curiosity. There's a little bit of erotica in it, and love and hate and everything all combined. It's like a relationship, this book. You just go from one emotion to the next, but it's really well written. And Bernhard Schlink does an excellent job of talking about the collective consciousness after World War II. So this idea of growing up after World War II with the possibility of maybe having someone in your family who was in the SS or who perpetrated some crimes during the war. It could be your parents, it could be a cousin, it could be a neighbor, a friend. And it's this idea of how to live with this kind of collective guilt in a way, and how maybe young people at this time period, because I think it's supposed to be like the 50s or something like that, maybe the early 60s. I think it's the 60s because it's around the 68 when they have the student revolution. And so you have this idea of the students wanting to distance themselves from this this guilt concerning World War II. The relationship between Michael and Hannah is very much the relationship that a child would have with an adult, except with sex. Just put it like that. Because Michael doesn't understand a lot of the things that he's feeling, nor does he understand a lot of the things that he sees Hannah do or the way Hannah reacts. He is not old enough to analyze these things properly. We as the reader understand more of it than Michael does. The point of view is told in the first person, and it's Michael speaking. And you hear him recounting the story as an older person. And it says he's telling the story. He tells it almost exactly as if though he's living it. So that's what makes the first person narrator very reliable, is because you as a reader get into the subconscious of Michael and what he's thinking and how he's feeling, and sometimes you feel it's a little bit voyeuristic at times, and it can make you feel a little uncomfortable. I feel a little uncomfortable for some of the scenes, but I think that it was done like this on purpose. It's a brilliant book. I don't think I've heard very many people talk about it. Now, there was a film done of the Reader, and I'm not sure when it came out, but it has Kate Winslet in it. She plays the role of Hannah Schmitz, and she won an Academy Award for it, I think Best Actress or something like that. This book was written in 1995, and it was translated into English in 1997. This edition that I have here is it's the, what do you call it? The Vintage International Edition. Yeah, it's nothing special, but it is very pretty. This dried bouquet on the front. It's kind of nostalgic in front of this old book. I kind of like the cover. It's kind of nice. I don't know if there are any other covers around. I don't know if this is American cover or the UK cover or what. I don't know any of that. But it's pretty and it's easy to read. And as you can see, the pages, the words aren't so tiny and easy to pick up. I read this in practically one sitting. Maybe it took me 4 hours to sit down and read it. It's very well written and well worth your time. So if you haven't picked it up, give it a go.